North Campus Impact, where we look at faculty, staff, employees who are making a difference in the community as well as abroad. I'd like to introduce my guest, Jovan. Jovan, introduce yourself.
How are you? My name is Jovan Wint. I am a supervision and management major here at Miami-Dade North Campus, and I'm the co-president of the club Pangea.
So tell us a little bit, what is Pangea?
Pangea is a club in which first of all, Pangea is when all the continents were connected into one supercontinent. So basically, in our club, we have discussions and we get civically involved, and we try to get to the root of why we have been so divided for so long and how do we find our way back to each other.
Awesome. And so you're the president of the organization?
Co-president.
Co-president. So what made you decide to do this?
Well, I met with my friend Eris Lorenzo, who works in the ISED department, and we always used to have in-depth discussions about life and just different philosophies. And we both had the idea that we should create something, a movement, in order to empower and motivate other people, to work together and work past and look past differences. So,
what was your personal aha moment where you said, I want to get involved?
Well, throughout the course of my life, I've always seen how different people have been treated, and it always struck a nerve with me. And I always wanted to be active, but I guess my aha moment was, just seeing the news and, just seeing the growing division. And it just made me really want to get active because I don't think we should continue on the same path that we've been going for so long.
How have your classes made a difference in you kind of figuring out and organizing yourself and organizing your organization?
Well, yes, I'm taking supervision and management, so I'm learning so much about organization and, the tiers of leadership. But I went and I listened to Miss Angela Davis speak. She used to be a Black Panther, and she spoke about leadership. And she said leadership shouldn't just necessarily be one person, but she said leadership is a community of people working towards a common goal, which is why, we wanted to have co-presidents instead of president, vice president. So leadership is a community, so we all want to work together towards this common goal of, unity.
Talk to me a little bit about your pathway. What are some things that interested you when you decided to go on and go ahead and major and you're now in the bachelor's program, correct?
Yes, yeah.
And so what made you want to move from, staying here at Miami-Dade College and doing your bachelor's?
Since coming to Miami-Dade, I have been presented with a lot of opportunities, as you already know. And now I'm also an advisor here in the School of Business. And it's just so much opportunities and so much room to grow. And this community that the school is in, it needs so much attention. So I feel like I belong here, and I feel like I can really make a change here for the community and for the students and for myself.
Now, I know part of your whole kind of advocacy and things that you want to do on this campus is also mentor others. What is the reaction when you go up to a student, they say, and you pretty much tell them, I want to mentor you?
Some students are interested and some not so much. So
everyone has a different path.
Yes.
So there's some that maybe are more associated with academics and really want to focus and maybe want to do research.
Yes.
While you may have others that say, okay, I'm ready to engage. What do you tell those that are ready to engage?
Well, the ones that are ready to engage, they come themselves, and whenever we have the in-depth discussions, they're very fired up, and they're always looking for new ways to get involved. Like, we have a garden over there by the Palmatum. Mm-hmm. We have our own little garden, Pangea's Garden, and a lot of students, they want to volunteer. And, the other day, over the weekend actually, we went to Little Haiti as a group, and there are new people moving in. So it was like an information session on how Little Haiti will be changed. And that discussion, because it was the people moving in who were holding it, and the people who live in the community, they were expressing how they felt about it. And after the event, we had a great discussion, and it fired everybody up to even get more involved and to understand what's going on in the community. And like my co-president, Eris Lorenzo, she works in ISED, and they stress the importance of understanding what's going on in your community and who you can speak to in order to make change, if you want change.
So talk to me, let's go back and talk about your Pangea Garden.
Okay.
What are some of the things that I would see if I would go to the Pangea Garden?
I love agriculture. You would see rosemary, you would see thyme, you would see lemongrass. We have peppers, cucumber. We have something called dinosaur kale, which I didn't even know existed. There's cabbage. What else do we have?
And you take care of all of these in the
Yes,
garden and water them and make sure they have their soil.
Yes, on Saturdays we go.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you're on campus here Monday through Friday, and then you come in for a few hours on Saturday
Yes.
just to take care of that project.
Yes, and it's also good community service. Even though we don't do it for the community service, we do it, for the environment.
Awesome. And so what are your plans after Miami-Dade College? What are some of the things that you're looking at?
My plans after Miami-Dade College, I want to get more involved in the community. But one of my dreams, honestly, my family has a school in Jamaica. So I want to, while I'm here, I want to work my way up in Miami-Dade, but I want to make those right connections and network so that I can have my connections here, but also be able to move freely back and forth to Jamaica and, bring resources and
So you want to give back
knowledge.
on both ends.
Exactly.
It's not like you want to leave one community and jump to the other. You kind of want to
Yes.
go back and forth and help both communities
Yes.
progress.
Most definitely.
What are some of the things that you've seen in the community that you're excited about? Some of the advocacy, some of the projects that people want to do.
Okay. The projects that I've seen that I think are really beneficial, the club MOF, they work with the 5,000 role models, and I think that that's a great organization. There's another group here in Miami called the Dream Defenders, and they are advocates for everything that's going on in the world, racism, and they speak on religion and all different types of issues. So MOF, Dream Defenders, and also the cultural group in Little Haiti, who are working to sustain what is being built there and what has been built. So those three organizations inspire me a lot.
And so how do you take, as we close, how do you take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it to all these different activities and the things that you're passionate about?
I'm taking a class on Thursdays through this organization called MCN, Millennium Campus Network. And they said one thing that they really stressed that has really stuck with me is if you want to help a community, you need to first speak to the community and understand what the community needs and what they want. You can't just go in with your own intentions and with, I can't just say, oh, this community needs help, I'm gonna go help them. Let me bring all my help when I haven't spoken to the people. So if you want to help people, you need to speak to them. Communication is the basis of all relationships.
That's awesome. And actually, when we come back, we'll be interviewing some other students that are also doing amazing work in Tanzania. Stay tuned.
Three, two.
Be focused. Be original. Be a trendsetter. Be an explorer. Be the solution. Be visionary. Be a hero. Be the answer. Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back. We're interviewing some more students that are part of the Pangea organization. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Lauren Tannen.
Hi, Lauren.
And my name is Eris Lorenzo.
And what are your pathways?
I'm studying business administration here at North Campus. And I'm also studying business administration
Okay. What made you want to do business administration?
For me, I always want to open my own nonprofit organization, so I think that major relates more to what I want to do. So organize a business and manage it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you?
Me, I want to do marketing, and I'm trying to create my own fashion line because I'm into fashion, so that's why I'm studying business.
Awesome. So you have business and fashion, business but nonprofit kind of work. And
Yes.
so you're studying the management of it. What type of nonprofit do you want to start?
I want to work with the homeless, so I want to have a homeless shelter for the people in need. Yes.
And those are many, unfortunately,
Yes.
and more every day. And what kind of fashion line do you want to start?
Okay, so my background is African. I was born and raised in Paris, but most of my parents are from West Africa, Burkina Faso. So I want to start an African clothing line from print and fabrics from my country and sew them.
Do you want to do it in Paris or here?
I want to do it here and then
Okay.
maybe extend.
Awesome. And what are your roles in Pangea?
Well, I'm the co-president of Pangea.
You're the co-president, so we just had Jovan,
Yeah.
who's the co-president with you, and what do you do?
I'm the secretary.
And you're secretary, which is funny because when I was in student government, I was a secretary in student government way long time ago here. What are some of the things as co-president that you guys kind of do together?
Well, we balance each other out, like you said.
Yeah.
So
Different personalities.
Yes.
You're probably the more structured one. He's more the holistic.
Yeah, so why we decided to do a co-president instead of vice president and president is because we wanted to take each responsibility equally. So we know our roles and what if somebody can't do a job, the other person will do it. So, yeah.
Awesome. And as a secretary, what are some of your roles?
So my job is to send out the emails to the members. I take down minutes. I read the minutes for everything that's been said during the meeting, and I send to the e-board members.
It is funny because I can relate to you as secretary because when I started, my whole future and my whole start at Miami-Dade College started just with that decision to be secretary as part of a student organization, and then kind of grew from there. What are some of the things that you like doing in Pangea? So some of the events that you like going to?
Me personally, I like meeting people and see what are their interests. I'm really into education. Pangea helped me to discover that I like education and the kids. So one of Pangea goals is also to create a mentoring program, so which we are trying to create. And my dad, when I was a kid, used to tell me that education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to save the world. That's the quote from Nelson Mandela. And through Pangea, I think I had a name of my vision. So that's why I'm pretty glad to be in the club.
And what are some of the events that you have that you kind of love and you know, thirst for?
Yeah, we have different events. One that we do every month is our movie matinees. So we do it the second Thursday of the month, and we have different movies. Some about social issues, important topics that we need to discuss. And after the movie is over, usually we have a discussion. And I love hearing people's opinions about the movie and what they think about it, what they want to change, and yeah, I love.
So you have a group of people all with different opinions.
Yeah.
How is that like? Does it get hectic? Does it get kind of like, okay, we kind of have to take a breather? Or does everyone understand that everyone has a different viewpoint?
We are strong leaders, all of us. I feel like we have our different personalities, but we are all leaders in our own way. So we try to
Get together,
Yeah,
understand
encourage
each other, understand each other's views. I'm sure some
Yeah.
people talk more than others, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like finding the balance in that.
Yes, we need to respect each other's opinion and also having our own. So we try to, understand what they're coming from and view the other person's opinion and also mash it all together with ourselves.
And what are some things in your class that you've learned that you've kind of applied to your student organization, if anything? I'm sure you've learned leadership. I'm sure you've learned public speaking.
Actually, through Pangea and being involved, I applied that to my class, like
Okay.
being a leader, talking about my own opinions, and giving like little speech, I would say. So that kind of helped me for my other class because I haven't taken speech yet, but in all Pangea, I have to speak up and speak my mind.
Awesome. And what are some
Yeah.
of your experiences?
Well, for me also public speaking, I need to work on that better. So that's great that I learned how to manage the way I speak. And also in my English class, I learned about different social issues and from the past and the present. And so it's kind of interesting how the past and present, how there's so many social issues and college kids always want to do something about it. So I like seeing the changes. Yeah.
Now, I know that sometimes college students, they have two ways. Either they think they're going to wait until they get their careers, and then they're going to make a difference, or they think they want to make a difference right now. What made you want to make a difference right now versus in the future?
Well, college kids, since we have more time than maybe in the future when we have our own families and kids, so now is the perfect time, and use this campus, so many resources that we can use, so to take full advantage of it, and that's why I want to do it now, because I have so many opportunities here that I could use to make an impact.
And then, I mean, there's definitely opportunities for you to tie in fashion and homelessness. What made you want to specifically target nonprofit, start a nonprofit organization and target homelessness out of anything you could have done?
Well, I saw that was a need here in Miami. There's a lot of homeless people here, so it broke my heart to see people under the bridge and, you know, families. So that's one of the things that, you know, made me change to homelessness and try to do it differently than the other nonprofit that are established already. So.
And what are some of the things that once you go into your career, you feel that you're still going to connect your career to working and helping in the community?
I think that creation is something that is very important. So, like, no matter where, what field you are in, you can always create. So, for me, fashion is just because it's the way to express ourselves without having to speak. That's another quote from someone else, by the way. And yeah, I think it's a great thing.
Awesome. And I would thank you so much for coming. Stay tuned. We'll have one more student from Pangea as we'll interview them and find out more about them. Thank you.
Be creative. Be a hero. Be the solution. Be connected. Be innovative. Be global. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
Today's show has been all about Pangea, the student organization here at the North Campus, and we have our two last people that we're going to interview as part of Pangea. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Kristen Lewis, and I'm a psychology major at Miami-Dade North.
My name is Janae Termitis, actually studying psychology as well, and music to become a music therapist.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a combination of two. Now, what made you go into that field?
Psychology, I think it was more people that attracted me to psychology. I like talking to people, I like relating to people, I like helping people understand themselves, and I'm a people person, so definitely that's what drew me to psychology.
Yeah, for both psychology and music, I stumbled across them is what I say. I wanted philosophy and I didn't want to be in music, so it's like I was put in the class and then I was like, I'm going to switch out of this isn't cool, and by the time the second semester came around, I completely fell in love with it. Go with your two passions, you'll never be unhappy.
Wow, and just an incident like that, but you made it into an opportunity and saw that, wow, this can be a future. So what are the things that you do in Pangea? Are you just a member? Are you a part of the e-board?
I am the treasurer of Pangea, actually, and we fundraise on Mondays.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm the public relations director. I handle the Instagram account and just help facilitate with flyers whenever we have events like Eris mentioned, the movie matinee, things like that we put together.
It's funny because when I was in student government, I started off as a secretary and then I moved to public relations director, and that's where I actually found my love for public relations and events and stuff like that. What are some of the events that you look forward to besides the movies? Is it the discussions? Is it the community service? What are some of the things that you look forward to?
For me, it's definitely the discussions on Mondays because we talk about a lot of interesting topics, social topics, racism, gender roles, stuff like that are really prevalent in today's society, and helping people understand it too. They're heated topics that people try to avoid, but we definitely try to talk about it in Pangea. It's a safe zone, so you're free to express yourself. Everyone respects everyone's opinion. It's very nice.
If that makes any sense, I look forward to our e-board meetings because this is when you have all of these very opinionated and passionate people having to be respectful in a different sense than the general discussion. We have to vote on things. We have to come to an agreement. Like, we have to not only respect what you said, but move on from there. Like, how can we contribute? And, you know, people are throwing out ideas, and it's our job to kind of filter out everything that they're saying. So I look forward to the e-board meetings and growing as a leader. Like, I'm very talkative, and I have a strong voice. So for me, it's like I'm learning to let other people talk and, like, not to overshadow or, you know, talk over other people, to make sure everybody's voice is heard.
And it is a learning process, because you're not only learning about yourself, but you're learning about the people around you.
Yes.
Some people talk more than others, and so as a leader, you kind of have to say, okay, wait, I have to be quiet for a second and give someone else the opportunity. Sometimes it's like, okay, nothing's being done. Let me go ahead and straighten this out so that we get to a conclusion. It's just not a bunch of ideas going around. When you think of Miami-Dade College North Campus, what are some of the things that you've learned here that you are going to take with you?
Some of the things that I've definitely learned here is to get out of my comfort zone and talk to a lot of people. I'm very social, I'd say, and being at Miami-Dade, being exposed to a wide variety of ethnic groups, Spanish people, Hispanics, Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans. It's very interesting because in Jamaica, you only have Jamaican people.
Right.
So it's very nice to be here. It's very refreshing, and it's honestly like home.
How long have you been here?
This is my second semester.
What are some of the differences you've noticed from being back home?
The differences from being back home, it's definitely bigger. It's really bigger. The people are, I'd say, more abrasive, or more, what's the word? They're definitely more vocal, I'd say. They're definitely not like-minded at all. Everybody has different opinions, ideas, and it's very good that everyone has something to bring to the table. So it's good.
And then you have your colleague here
Yes.
who you work with.
Yes.
You were from here, or you're from somewhere else?
Born and raised here, however, I'm of Haitian descent. So I have yet to go to Haiti. One day I will. I think it's very important. So that was amazing to me. Is like my friend Chrisanne, you know, I met her first semester. She was fresh from Jamaica. So it's things like, you know, counting money, for instance. And it's crazy because we got a foreigner as our treasurer. So there are plenty
Who understands
times,
the money system?
Exactly. We're counting up the money. She's like, okay, this is 25, this is 5, this is 10. Seeing those things and all the differences, that's something I overlooked being born and raised in Miami. We're so diverse. There's so many different backgrounds. So it's not uncommon for me to have a class with a Jamaican and a Haitian, and we have someone from Pakistan, we have someone, you know, straight from Africa. We had a few Japanese and Chinese descendants. So that is something that I'm used to and familiar with. So MDC for me is now a training ground. All of the skills and all of the potential I have been born with or gifted, I'm now having to fine tune, and, you know, like with this e-board, having to make sure that over an extended period of time, your track record is actually adding up. Are you doing more good than bad? Are you actually doing all of the things you said you wanted to do? So for me, like Chrisanne and I are involved in a few different clubs on campus, and it's very rigorous in the sense of balancing everything.
Scheduling.
You know, and learning when to say yes and when to say no, being in classes, having labs. So MDC is really a training ground for me for the real world.
And Chrisanne, I know that you live on campus pretty much.
I do.
Because I've seen you around
Yes.
campus, and you are very social. What are some of the things that you enjoy when you come to Miami-Dade College North Campus?
Some of the things that I definitely enjoy: going to classes, being a part of different clubs and organizations, and just getting to know more. It's, as Janae said, it's like a training ground. So there are many challenges that we experience here daily, and I try to learn from them. It's a very good place to grow as a person and a leader. So that I definitely look forward to coming here every single day.
And as we close kind of this session, I wanted to hear a little bit about your futures. And so what do you have planned with all the knowledge that you've had? What do you want to do with that?
Well, I'd like to become a psychologist. I'm not entirely sure what type yet. I think I'm more directed to working towards children and families because I have an autistic brother and sister, and they're very interesting. So I think I really want to explore it that more and, you know, understand it a bit more and grow from it, learn from it.
Yeah, so my goals entering college, some people just know what they like. I know that I want to become a music therapist. And I know that I'm not pursuing this degree to make someone else money. I'm pursuing this degree to open up my own clinic so that I can then take that money and funnel it back into the community. I'm born and raised in Miami-Dade. I know these, these four corners all my life. So I have to start here with whatever I plan to do. I love music, so I want to have a fine arts program. I'll obviously be the music specialist, and I'll have the psychological background as well in studying psychology. But the goal is to start here, take it across the county, Florida, eventually reach Haiti, where I'm from. I think they could really benefit from some music therapy, and also the world. Wherever God wants to use me, that's where I want to go.
And everything starts at Miami-Dade College. And we'd like to thank the students from Pangea for taking the time today. We'll see you next time at North Campus Impact. Have a great day.